If you love adult Easter eggs, then anime is a bumper crop of them. Hidden in the outlandish stories, fantastical costumes, and morphing sequences, you'll find adult jokes and references that you hope will go over children's heads and make your eyes go wide, manga style. Subversive, off-color jokes and references are common in all forms of cartoons, but for now we're going to delve into 10 adult moments hidden in kids anime. Enjoy this video and be sure to subscribe to CBR and join the notification squad to stay up to date with all of our latest videos. Sailor Moon. In the early 1990s, Sailor Moon erupted across the world, a bona fide anime hit. Usagi Tsukino and her sisterhood of allies espoused girl power, fought against evil. They had a magical cat, cute outfits, and my god, the pretty seizure-inducing colors. But did you expect lesbians? Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune are very special friends indeed. Sailor Uranus pulled the wool over viewers' eyes. All of the Sailor Scouts even had a crush on him until she dropped the bomb, "I don't ever recall saying that I was a guy." Ding! Spoiler alert! Sailor Uranus would hit on Sailor Moon constantly, and Sailor Moon liked it. What's big in Japan doesn't necessarily fly across the ocean. In the North American dub, these two were cousins. PETA 10, Clinging Angel. Life can be rough, even in a cute and generally well-received anime like PETA 10. Sidestepping the lewd and tawdry, sometimes cartoons deal with pretty big life situations. The protagonist, Kotaro Higuchi, is a schoolboy who lost his mother at an early age. She sacrificed herself by jumping in front of a speeding truck to protect him. So this tragedy haunts young Kotaro. Kotaro is also a latchkey kid, as his father works all the time. One day, his neighbor and angel in training, Misha, befriends him in order to complete her test to becoming an angel. A strangely well-endowed angel at that. And Misha has her own baggage to deal with, like being the indirect cause of her friend Kotaro's suicide. Naisho no Tsubomi. Cartoons could be a great way to teach young people about life. In Naisho no Tsubomi, a parable for a young person's coming of age is treated extremely well. A young girl, Tsubomi Tachibana, just started grade 5 and embarks on her journey of becoming a young woman. Chronicling her life, we learn that her mother is pregnant, but that's small beans compared to her changing body and emotions, aka puberty. In only 3 episodes, they managed to portray the awkwardness, embarrassment, and discovery of growing up. Case in point, Tsubomi's first, time of the month, having special feelings towards a certain boy in her class, and in episode 2, the clinical representation of male and female genitalia. Basically, it's a sex ed triptych. Pokemon. Seizure episodes aside, Pokemon not only stunned young viewers all the way to the hospital quite literally, but it also prompts themes that are more adult in nature. In the English dub for the episode Beauty and the Beach, Jessie and James, who already have a penchant for cross-dressing, don inflatable bikini bodies. To add to the awkwardness, James fondles his airbags and taunts Misty about how much bigger his fake ones are compared to her natural mosquito bites. Even weirder, an old perverted man ogles Misty and comments about how he's looking forward to having fun with her in a few years. To which I say, Pokemon, go the heck away from me, you old creep. Kiss X Sis. This story follows a middle school student, Keita Sumino, who lives with his father, stepmother, and older twin sisters, Ako and Riko. Keita's blended family life had been normal, at least until he reached his 15th year of age. It turns out that Ako and Riko are quite publicly in love with Keita. You'd think that was awkward enough, but the girls hit on him damn near constantly, rivaling each other by proposing risque activities like taking a bath with either of them respectively, sometimes flashing him their sweater pups. Holy hentai, Batman. It's like a reboot of Lolita Mach 2. Riko appears to be the more sexually precocious of the twins, and in one particularly cringeworthy scene at school, Riko's schoolmate watches her fondle phallic veggies in cooking class. Check please. Doraemon. Since 1969, Doraemon has been on the air. It's the tale of a robot cat from the 22nd century. In its time, Doraemon has been lauded as a Japanese cultural icon and won Japan's Cartoonist Association Award for Excellence in 1973. Nobita is a schoolboy from the present time whom Doraemon is charged with helping. Nobita's closest friend and neighbor, Shizuka Minamoto, there always seems to be a girl next door, fills the role of his romantic interest. And kids will be kids, especially when playing house or doctor. There are examples of full frontal nudity on the part of Nobita and Shizuka. Pun intended? Yeah, puns and buns abound, as they seem to show a lot of Shizuka's panty-clad derriere and sometimes unclad in a wide variety of situations. Koe de Oshigoto. With only 2 episodes, Koei de Oshigoto ramped up the adult themes in a short run. Kana Aoyagi is a 16-year-old high school student. Yayoi Aoyagi, her sister, invites Kana to her workplace after school on the day of her 16th birthday. Yayoi presents her with an unexpected gift, a job offer to work as a voice actress for a new erogi video game. For those unaware, erogi are erotic video games. Embarrassed, Kana vehemently protests the offer. Enraged, Yayoi grabs her by the shoulders and commands her to accept. Her apprehension dissolves to acceptance as she becomes a working stiff. A TMI fact about Kana: she can achieve an orgasm via using only her imagination. TMI. B-Gata HK. Yamada, the main character, is a bold and sexed-up 15-year-old student, despite still being a virgin. She does have lofty sexual goals, though. Yamada plans to cultivate 100 sex buddies, but she's too timid to commit and thereby rejects her would-be suitors. She focuses her attention on a cherry boy to get her over this hump, a rather unremarkable classmate, Takashi Kosuda. What Yamada doesn't expect is that she would develop feelings for Takashi. Yamada exposes her bare breasts for the finale, but luckily no Naughty Bits made any cameos. Joshi Kosei Girls High. This one isn't even trying to hide its lewdness. The main cast are sort of a watered-down version of Girl Thugs and Spring Breakers, minus the bloodshed. The girls do consider themselves to be rule breakers. Their misadventures degenerate to all sorts of ridiculousness, and in one episode they all trim their already short skirts and spend the day flashing their schoolmates. The main character, Eriko Takahashi, fails spectacularly while attacking a rival girl. Her butt falls on her foe's, well, face. Well, you get the idea. Sometimes these girls butt plant each other's faces, which raises the question, wait a minute, is this even legal? This show is non-stop sexual innuendo if you know how the birds and the bees work. Enough said. Dragon Ball Z. It would seem that the characters of this popular franchise were airing their balls any chance they got. Like Bulma lifting up her skirt in exchange for a Dragon Ball, or even this scene from the series' earlier incarnation. Son Goku comes into Bulma's bedroom while she sleeps. He uses her groin as a pillow and feels that something isn't right. So, of course, he slaps her hoo-ha and then removes her petite culotte. He freaks out as she wakes up. It's your balls, Bulma! They're gone! Man, Goku needs an anatomy class. Master Roshi, the old horn dog sensei, is often chasing tail. Sometimes it pays off. Bulma, dressed like a Playboy bunny, shows her appreciation for Roshi blowing up a mountain by flashing him her boobs. He's over 300 years old, so I guess you take whatever you can get. Okay. There's the dirt on that topic. So what do you think? Is it ecchi or hentai? Did we miss any more shocking scenes in children's anime? Sound off in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to CBR and join the notification squad to stay up to date on all of our new stuff.